Welcome. This is the August mini flow video for Ignite Yoga. Although that's probably a little bit of a misnomer this month. Our topic is Yoga Nidra, which I'll talk in more detail in a moment. But by the nature of Yoga Nidra, it is a relaxation, a guided meditation. So calling this a 15-minute mini flow is not quite right this month. But since August's topic is about slowing down, taking care of ourselves, self-care, nurturing, those kinds of things, Yoga Nidra is a really good fit for this month. So what I wanted to do in this 15-minute short video, I guess we'll call it this month, is to just share what Yoga Nidra is, what you can do to prepare yourself for it, what it sort of looks like in process, and then invite you to one of our Yoga Nidra sessions. It's very hard to do a Yoga Nidra in less than 15 minutes. I'd really rather take the moment now to educate you on what it is so you understand what to expect and how to prepare yourself, and then have you experience a full 40-minute Yoga Nidra session. You really don't get the benefits of it in less than 15 minutes. So with that being said, Yoga Nidra, if we take those two words, Yoga Nidra, Nidra is so sleep, so yogic sleep basically. It is a state of being where you're not really fully awake, but you're not completely asleep either. It's a state of relaxation that you get to through a guided meditation. So when you come to a Yoga Nidra class, you're going to get very comfortable, and we'll talk about what that can look like in a moment. And then you're just going to be laying there listening to the teacher walk you through the guided meditation. And the teacher literally leads your thoughts from your breathing to your body to visualization, just kind of stepping you down to a place of calm and relaxation to that point where you're, like I said before, almost asleep. In fact, it's not terribly unusual for folks to fall asleep during a Yoga Nidra class, especially if they're very exhausted, very tired. When your body finally gets to stop like that, it's, again, not unusual for people to completely doze off a little bit. And that's okay. We'll talk more about that in a moment. So with that premise, basically how we do Yoga Nidra at Ignite, on Sunday nights, we do a 7 to 8 o'clock class where we take the first maybe 10 minutes or so just to do some gentle stretching. Stretch out the neck, the shoulders, a little bit of forward folding, a little bit of gentle twisting, just to kind of work the kinks out of the body so that it's a little easier to lay still for the 40 minutes of the actual Yoga Nidra practice. Now, I stress the fact that we're, laying still is really important in Yoga Nidra. It's hard for your body and your mind to completely relax if you're twitching around, if you're messing with things, if you're scratching your face, trying to, as my grandmother would say, rooching around, trying to get comfortable. You want to find a position that is going to be very comfortable, that you can be as still as possible for the duration of the practice. So a couple of things that I always suggest to my students that they consider trying out when they come to a Yoga Nidra class is things like an eye pillow or a towel folded up over the eyes. That helps overhead lighting, light from a window. Now we're in summertime, it's not dark out when we do Yoga Nidra. Even if you turn lights off in a room, you might still have some residual light. Just helps you to, again, begin to relax and just block things out. You may want to have some soft music playing in the background, not too loud because you need to be able to hear the teacher giving the guided meditation information, but just, again, something soothing and relaxing to you. Maybe have a candle burning, again, a little bit of ambiance, if you will. But the biggest thing is your Yoga Nidra bed, as we like to call it, that thing that you're going to lay on to be comfortable. So in most practices, we have our yoga mat, of course. But laying on just a yoga mat on a floor can be a little uncomfortable for 40 minutes for many of us. So begin to think about what it is that you can do to make yourself more comfortable. Many folks will lay a blanket or two down on top of their mat just to give a little extra cushion. Many folks will take a bolster or pillow and put it underneath their knees to get a little bit of curvature there to help with the low back. Some people will put a little pillow under their head, maybe even have a blanket to cover up with so they don't get chilly. Lots and lots of options. I've even seen people take bolsters and blocks and create what I like to call a yoga recliner so that they're on a bit more of an incline instead of being flat to the ground. Sometimes that's helpful, particularly if you suffer from sinuses or allergies and things like that, where you get a little stuffy. Being elevated like that can be really comfortable and helpful in terms of being able to breathe and relax. So just finding a position that's comfortable for yourself is really key. We do our Yoga Nidra practice virtually, so you're going to be doing it from your home if you join us. And so again, you've got all the things in your home available to you. I do know some folks that have done it from their bed. I caution that a little bit because that's your body can get really comfortable and your brain sort of trained like, hey, this is where we take a nap, this is where we sleep, and you may by default sleep through your Yoga Nidra, whereas if you had done it on a mat on the floor, maybe not so much. So just be mindful of that. You want to be comfortable, but not so comfortable that you automatically fall asleep. Again, sleep can happen. It's okay if it does, but we don't want that to be something that happens every time, all the time, automatically because of the situation you put yourself in, because of the Yoga Nidra bed that you create for yourself. So with that being said, again, finding a way to be comfortable is most important. The teacher will lead you through the guided meditation. We usually start with just some general words of relaxation, just to help you, again, take a moment or two at the beginning, just to make sure everything feels good and comfortable, settled into the ground or into whatever setup you have for yourself. Then we begin to focus on sound. What is it that you hear? And we walk you through noticing the sounds that you hear. Then we come into the breath, the sound that's internal, and we focus on the sound of the breath. We focus on the speed of the breath. Then we come into the body. We literally do a visualization of the whole body, pretty much every body part, from fingers to the forehead, to the cheeks, to your shoulders, your belly button, all the body parts, pretty much, just bringing awareness to them, moving through them relatively quickly. And then we move into a visualization from there. And that visualization usually is the piece that changes every single week that we do a Yoga Nidra practice. So it might be a visualization where we just literally name things that you're supposed to visualize, and then we'll move to something else. It could be a chakra, the chakra, 7 chakras, a meditation related to that. It could be, I've done walking meditations on the beach. I've done one where you're imagining you're floating down a lazy river. There's lots and lots of options. But again, it's just that visualization practice. And then we slowly start to bring you back out of it. Once we finish the visualization, then we come back to the breath, back to the body, and slowly come out of the practice. And again, the whole thing takes about 40 minutes. Can be a little bit longer, can be a little bit shorter, but again, to be really effective, that 40-minute time period is ideal. And the neat thing about living in the time period that we do now is we can prove with scientific research what yogis have been saying for thousands of years about Yoga Nidra, and that is that about 40 minutes of Yoga Nidra gives your body the same amount of rest that a 3-hour nap does. So if you're pinched for time, 40 minutes is a lot better than 3 hours, and it's again, a very relaxing practice. We do ours again on Sunday evenings from 7 to 8 p.m. Kind of gets you ready to end the weekend, transition into the work week, and really get you ready for a nice night of sleep. We also offer it once a month, the first Friday of every month as well, on a Friday evening for a practice as well. So some options there. And I invite you to join us for that. If you've never experienced Yoga Nidra, it is a treat. It is an absolute treat. And again, it's something that anybody of any age can do. So long as they're able to find that comfortable positioning to be in for the 40 minutes of the practice. So I hope to see you join us some Sunday evening. Check out our website for the links to register for the classes, yeah, we'll hopefully help you to experience what a Yoga Nidra really feels like, and then you can start to reap the benefits of that piece of relaxation, which again is part of our August focus. We talk about the self-care and wellness, and just learning to take care of ourselves and relax a little bit more. So hopefully Yoga Nidra can become a part of that practice for you. All right, be safe, be well, and enjoy the rest of your summer. Namaste.